primary focus of my inquiry is on how international organizations are influencing governments around the world in their OER policy strategies and or other approaches. So it really depends on the type of organizations that we are speaking about. Different international organizations have got different what I call OER policy instruments, which are the kinds of actions or activities that they are taking in order to influence or in order to realize their intentions to influence the development of governmental policies or strategies. This could be providing policy advice, producing policy reports, issuing declarations, recommendations, advocacy, awareness raising, and the like. So what I'm seeing is most of the international organizations are placing their successes in this respect on the first two parts of the policy cycle, so as agenda setting or policy formulation instruments, right? And so if you're looking at the agenda setting instrument, this could be actions such as policy reports, but also instruments such as the declaration or the European Commission's Opening Up Education communication from 2013, which then was used by the Opening Up Slovenia initiative to contextualize their national policy initiative. Each organization is really unique and it starts really with the composition of the member states as well. So if you are looking at organizations such as UNESCO, right, it's got 195 member states, European Commission 20 member states, and you have got OECD, you have got Commonwealth of Learning, right, which is primarily active in the emerging economies, right, 53 developing countries. And so they all really focus on different activities. Then you have organizations such as European Commission, for example, right? And where these, such as, for example, the publications that are coming out from the Joint Research Center are playing a really instrumental role, all right, in informing policymakers for research for policy making or evidence-based policy making at the governmental level, right? So some of these, so again, I would like to reiterate opening up education, communication, or the support framework for higher education institutions in Europe. So there is a combination of bottom-up with top-down approaches, which is really important, or the state of open education policies in Europe, which was recently released, right? So these would be examples of some of those instruments. And at the OECD level, for example, as well, there is a very strong focus on creating various publications, policy reports as well, and essentially anything that, for example, OECD does is to put these kinds of agendas, new developments on the agenda of policymakers, right? So that's another level of influence as well. I think what I would like to say is that one of the main challenges for international organizations to influence the development of governmental policies or strategies is that there is no level playing field. The countries are at very different stages of development. Some are very far advanced. They already have lots of activities at institutional levels, at governmental levels, and there are some countries where the awareness is still very low. And this makes it difficult for international organizations to really base their action. Again, there's no level playing field. So how do you do that? And I think that in my view, it would be important to create and support national coalitions in different countries, right, composed of different stakeholders, so different education sectors and other sectors, and then to see how they could collaborate with international organizations to amplify the efforts in particular countries.